Hi there, this time we're going back finally to the old Might and Magic Duel of Champions. So obviously we're going to be starting with the same hero I started the game with initially, and that is Garant, Seeker of Discord. And of course we've had to make some changes, starting with the events. I now have 4 Week of the Dead and 4 Week of the Weaponsmiths. The idea is that my higher damage, low cost minions are now gone, such as Dark Assassin, and therefore I've replaced them with such things as Hellfire Bloater and some puppies. So unfortunately, what that means is that I need to compensate for my weaker cards by 1, having the ability to buff them if I need to, and that would really make a difference in something such as Hellfire Cerberus, which has attack anywhere. Making it a 3 damage minion would seriously help when it comes to dealing with a lot of other minions, because a lot of the 3 health minions out there are a bit of a pain in the ass to deal with. And also, it means that we can use Week of the Dead in combination with our bloaters to take some stuff out. So that's sort of the idea. The spells really haven't changed much. I've been using very basic spells ever since I started, and that much hasn't really changed. It's still pretty much the same thing, except for, of course, the Fiery Death, which I've also had since I got it. And the spells I didn't have to do much to. Fortunes, I had to get rid of the Altar of Destruction, simply not available in base set 2, for standard play at least, but we at least still have Hall of Torment. I haven't added additional Halls of Torment. Instead, I have added Hall of Nightmares, a couple of these buildings. The idea is to get fear on things like, say, our Cerberus and other Cerberus, so that we might actually be able to do some damage with them rather than having them destroyed immediately. But they will be regardless. So, let's just jump in and see what we can do in a ring to duel in standard format. There we go. And as Inferno. Excellent. Getting 2 menus is a bit more complicated than it used to. We have less buttons, and the buttons we do not have particularly good textures on them anymore. Probably as a result of trying to push the iOS version a bit. Alright, we got a good start. I'll keep it, but we are against a Necro. I've heard that everyone is playing nothing but Necros, and I believe it, having only fought Necros since I returned to the game. So I'm not particularly happy about that. I'll be real honest, the game is wearing thin on my patience at this point. Take target vampire creature with a requirement of 3 strength or less from your graveyard and deploy it for free. It does require 3 resources to use, so it's not that bad, but it is a serious pain in my ass. So we're going to move this up here so that we'll be able to kill it off if needed. And also, we're going to need more might. Yes, indeed. They've added an interesting new thing here for... I guess that's immune to retaliation. They've added new icons, new animations. It's pretty sweet all around. Generally, a lot of the changes they've added are really good, but the problems that it's introduced is just obnoxious. You know, you got a whole bunch of people who like to play certain things going into open format. Everyone else is kind of going into standard, and there's, you know, this whole Swiss, and everything's just all mixed up. The community's a bit fragmented. Blood Ritualist. Okay. Oh, I hate how this is up here. We can read it on the cards. We don't need another thing to read the same shit. All friendly vampire creatures gain life drain X, where X is equal to the number of friendly vampire creatures on the battlefield. Okay then. So let's get some more damage on the field, shall we? Sounds like a reasonable idea. And we're going to need more magic now in case we have to TP something out of the way if it's used to block. This thing also has whatever that is. I guess that... is that... I have no idea. You can never... I wish you could just hover over the icons and it would say what the hell they mean, so that if you see them next time, you'd get it. Maybe it means that it has some kind of buff? I don't know. Okay, so I can get rid of that. And, well, assuming... yeah, okay, we're good. So, now we can just remove this from the premises, do our damage, and can we play something else? We can. It would get obliterated, so it may not be the wisest move. What kind of spells are we looking at? Wind, yeah. I could see how that could be seriously problematic. I really don't want to waste a creature. So I won't. Although I have a lot of melees, I really don't need to be bothering so much. Oh well. Hey, we got a Week of the Dead coming up. Sweet, we'll use that to kill something with our Hellfire Bloater, I think. I can do a total of 4 damage with it. And that would cost me, let's see here. This is 1 resource. And I'll get back half of that, which would give me 1 resource. All together, it would end up costing me 1. Alright, life drain 1. So, I can actually kill that off, I believe. Okay. And that'd probably be the better idea here. And this should probably die, potentially. Okay, so shoot this down. Yeah, I like the animation there. And then we can say, do you want to say to use something? Maybe. I don't really need to bloater right now, but I feel like I should. What should I bloater? Seems like a waste. I'm okay with it. So I'll play this, bloater up to remove that, and then afterward we can get this out to protect the various things. There we go. And now we're going to need more... what exactly? Potentially more might, not much else. I feel like this is when a spell is going to come out. Otherwise, we have this to play and not much else. These maniacs aren't going to do much good. You know, I wonder if there's a setting to change that would actually remove this. Now that I think about it, that is possible. Okay. When a creature is deployed from a graveyard, draw a card. Well, this was a very silly thing for them to do. Look at this. I can obliterate this crap. How was that a good idea? And now, I can... yeah, I could draw to see if I get more damage output. 1, 2, 3. Sure, let's draw. Oh, that is excellent. Alright, so this is gone. We can get our damage at the Roo. And I can... I don't have enough to power up and still play that. Oh well, I'm just going to play this anyway and give a little bit more damage over here. Alright. Oh, interesting. I just noticed that they added a whole bunch of other... they changed the layout of the thing down there. Okay, well, that is GG. Cool. So, that was, I believe, my second... yeah, it was my second game. Oh, cool, they added like a little friend thing there. It's nice. And the screen is just more easy to navigate. Overall, the UI changes are mostly positive. Anyway, that was my second duel. The first one just... it was so obnoxious that it took like 20 minutes just because there was just nothing but weekends and incorporeals. But anyway, second game went pretty well. And I don't know how much more of this I'll be playing over the future, simply because it just... playing Necros wears me out enough as it is, and I've heard, you know, people talking on the forums that that's all they're seeing, and that's all I've seen so far since I joined, and it's reasonable considering it is a Necro expansion and all that, but it just wears thin. I'll see you next time.